the rate of ascension. I mean, the meteoric rise of this show, the way that it's blowing up. You're traveling the fucking world now. Is that does that mean that the level of performances we're seeing are getting better and
No.
better?
No.
One
time you did suck my dick. I had the government test drugs on me for money. Oh, well, tickle my pickle. I can't believe it. God. Have you ever peed into your own mouth?
Russell Peters and Steve-O. Steve-O and Kirk Fox. Steve-O.
Steve-O and Rick Kosick, baby. Holy shit! Oh my god! Fucking going down!
Steve-O, I had never gotten a chance to tell you this before, but I wanted to tell you here live. You are part of my favorite Jackass sketch of all time. You're the guy in it, and it is from Jackass 2.5 called Miller Time. Yeah, the guy with the world's longest fingernails. They set it up, but they didn't know what to do with this guy, right? And then so he had bags over these big, dirty nails.
So he protects his nails.
And they didn't know what prank they were going to do with them. But yeah, he protected his nails in bags so they didn't break. But they still seemed filthy. And then it zooms in on him. He just goes, Miller Time. And fucking pours it down his nails, and as it pans out, you just hear
It's going down like a water slide, just like.
And it pans down, it's just floating in your mouth. What did that taste like?
I never get to the point of tasting anything. My imagination takes over. I recently had a meeting with a guy who owns this company called RecordSetter.com. It's like a big time, the official world record thing. And I said, man, I know for sure that I've got the world record for barfing on TV more than anybody else. TV and movies, and nobody can touch me, man. I'm professionally bulimic.
And what's beautiful to me is we've all seen it through the eye of Rick Kosick's work. Camera one for Jackass, and for and of course that makes it so that since anytime anything would happen to you, it always seemed to be 1,000 times funnier because you seem to be like the innocent guy just trying to get a job done, and then all of a sudden you're vomiting everywhere.
Well, anytime when Steve would throw up, it just kind of gets me going. So it's just like a contagious reaction.
I love it.
Do you think that I can legally edit together everything, maybe for whatever?
I don't see why not.
Like I just want to edit every
vomit scene together.
I can't. Some of them really went on for quite a while, but just it's so
that it's one continuous flow.
It would be like a 10-minute fucking video, dude.
I think you do.
Really cool.
You've been doing stand-up.
Yeah, man. I first tried stand-up over 10 years ago now.
Wow.
And I've been touring consistently for over 6 years now.
I love that.
And I have my first comedy special. It lives on Showtime.
Right. This Jeremiah is Johnny Knoxville, right? Hey, welcome to Kill Tony. Regan, Steve-O.
I love it.
What's up, guys?
We got Chris Pumpkins on the drums.
So great.
We made a rather popular series of videos throwing objects into women's tits. And, yeah, you'd be good.
Especially since you could use your long face as a backboard. What's the truth?
Actually, I didn't plan on doing titty jokes. It just what came out. It's just what I felt in my heart, you know? It's like...
Have you ever done a Mardi Gras?
Steve-O is obsessed with throwing things at this chick, is what we're figuring out. He really wants to throw something at her.
You said you had a super life-threatening injury to your neck. What happened then?
Don't shoot it back, though, my friends.
Don't shoot you back.
Don't get it scared.
Oh, so we had a tumor and they cut it out?
Yeah, but it was benign.
Looks like you got it cut out in Jacksonville. But back to the tumor. Was it like they did they do a biopsy and determine this would have killed you?
And then he's like, I'll call you.
So it was not is malignant good or bad?
Malignant is bad.
Oh, malignant's good.
Oh, there's one guy with cancer signaling very bad.
So it's not benign, it was malignant.
Oh,
That shit was benign.
What's
Benign.
benign?
Come on. You can't rock out with doing it.
I thought benign was like that.
I wouldn't with the girl. Oh, wait, now if I had this thing coming down my face.
So it was bad.
What? They said benign. I was like fucking bingo. You know what I
I'm 26, man.
26?
Yeah.
Where do you stand on eating ass?
Oh man, it was an accident once.
Can you tell me how you ate ass by accident?
Oh, you know, like when she's like laying on her back and like you go like down the front, like down the up, and you go a little bit too far down. Yeah. I don't trust a man in a thong. Like I'm sorry.
I take that personally.
That actually brings up a question of mine. What's your favorite U2 song to have sex to? Mine's Where the Streets Have No Name.
It's raining.
Alright.
One time I was with this girl, right? She wasn't really into it, you know? Like I was trying to kind of make the moves, but she wasn't feeling it. And my U2 song that night was With or Without You.
Steve-O sets it up and Steve-O spikes it.
Yeah, I jacked up, you know?
What did you do?
One time I did sex my dick, and I was totally underwhelmed. I was like, man,
You would think they
you
would
would expect a dude to do a much better job.
Exactly. Work a little harder.
Well, I mean, you would know what you're working with, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
if
they
I
should
said
do like a
dick-
man job. Like if a man was building a house, they would do it more aggressively than a woman.
I think what it is though is they have tits and vaginas and butts and stuff, so like it's not that good of a thing, but then you have all this other stuff to play with. When a guy's doing it, you just have the dick suck.
Dude, but it's
Great theory.
Dudes, so the dick's a big deal, bro.
As soon as his lips got on my dick, I was like, no, not gonna work out.
Wait, really? Is that
Yeah,
true?
I-
You made it all the way to lips on tip?
You came up then?
Yeah,
That's when you waved the white flag? You got it all, you pulled your dick out, you saw him go down, dick's out, his mouth's heading towards it, his lips hit the dick, and right then you're like, fuck this shit. That's some fucking young tantric masturbation.
but wait, in my defense, I wasn't hard.
Talk
Like
about
he
a
had to
dick
come up
tease.
for it.
It's a double dick tease.
I really, yeah.
Hey, Steve-O, did you finish when the guy sucked your dick?
Oh, yeah. Like, there was more of the story. Like, I didn't know it was a dude. I did not know it was a dude. I was told it was a person who was hermaphrodite. And I was assured that they had a surgical operation to remove the male parts, leaving nothing but chick, right? So I went for it, you know? I mean, it seemed a little weird, you know? Then I was talking to Dr. Drew on Loveline. I told him, and he said, dude, Steve-O, there's no such thing as a hermaphrodite. What happened was a dude sucked your dick. Yeah. And that's when I was so confused, because I was like, fuck, you would expect a dude to do a much better job. You know?
Yeah. And by the way, to answer your question, Steve-O doesn't actually come. His dick just aggressively pukes.
That's what it sounds like. And then Rick's dick does the same. It seems like it's like.
Fucking Tony Hinchcliffe. It's so fucking great.
I love you.
But I could, like, you're a great fucking call for catfishing on Grindr, man. I mean, right? Like, that part of the story is true, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, if I was gay, I'd fucking do some stuff.
I thought we just clarified that you are gay. No,
He needs Dr. Drew to come in and tell him that it's good.
I feel like your dick is now somehow gonna throw up on me.
He's trying to make this all less gay.
Well, Steve-O made me feel better about it when he was like, yeah, I got my dick sucked by a dude, and then he was like, but I thought it was a girl. So I'm like, fuck, I'm the only one on stage.
Welcome to being catfish.
Yeah. Who's catfish now? Well, I mean, but he was backstage at He wasn't even drunk, dude. That's super gay. I was like bordering on blacked out. Were you saying he will not divide us? Oh, that's
Yeah.
tough.
It's how she was saying it with no spirit. What's the shit that she was saying?
Shia LaBeouf buy you McDonald's?
He bought me coffee.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice guy.
So you had sex with Shia LaBeouf?
He bought her the coffee after.
I don't know. We totally lost eye contact when she said it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very, I study body language and shit.
Do you, I have a question for you,
Sure.
Steve.
Oh, change the subject.
It's a shy subject.
Do you get angry at like David Blaine for barfing up goldfish and you're like, bro, I did that?
I got angry at him for not barfing it up, I think, right? Didn't
Yeah,
he not
he, like,
barf it up? I'm
spit
like,
it
he
out.
killed it.
Yeah.
Oh, he
I
smelled
think
a frog. That sounds
That's what it was.
Yeah, and I'm not angry with him. I think he's
Okay.
great.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I love David Blaine.
Steve-O, you were scheduled to be on the show 2 weeks ago, and the day of your appearance, I got a text about an hour before the show saying, Steve-O tried to do a snow angel on fire, and he won't be able to make it here tonight.
Right. Yeah, I was performing Fire Angels in a bed of rocket engine fuel. Yeah.
Fire
Oh,
Angels.
Steve-O. When will you learn?
Oh man, God, it was fucked up, dude. And then I went to the hospital. It seemed like it was cool. Next morning, I woke up with these hideous blisters all over me, and I was like, dude, I've been burned before. I'm gonna power through it. Then 5 days later, I fucking tapped out, man. I showed up at the hospital. I'm like, you guys got any numbing cream? And you know, because I don't want to take painkillers and shit. And they're like, yeah, we have numbing cream, but let's just check you in and get you looked at. Doctors looked at me. They said, fuck, you know, like, fuck, you know, you need emergency surgery. So now I have the skin of 7 different dead people grafted onto 15% of my body.
Is that true?
I swear to God.
And they're
man.
not all white. That's the worst part. They're
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got cadaver skin grafted onto 15% of my body.
You're a goddamn fucking zombie, bro.
Right,
You
yeah.
have the skin of dead people on
I
you.
know.
did only white people, or do you have like one black guy?
I don't think
I
that
just did that joke.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
I'm
45
sorry.
seconds ago.
Jesus.
This is why I'm telling you to breathe and listen,
Jesus.
Brian. Just keep breathing and
You
listening.
play your fake turntables, Brian.
Hey, Steve-O, question. Are there any black people's skins on your back?
I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure that there's not. This doesn't look like you might imagine it might.
So how does it, do they have like special things to give you since you're sober? Like, or did you just fucking cry for 2 weeks straight?
Oh, dude, I was fucking hurting. When I got to the hospital and they said I needed surgery, they asked me, when's the last time you ate? And I was like, well, I just ate. And they're like, okay, well, we can't operate on you for like fucking 8 hours. So I had to like sit there and I'm like, okay, just give me fucking something. They couldn't put an IV in my arms because they're all burned up. So they put an IV in my neck.
Oh.
And just started putting fucking great drugs into it, you know?
I hope you videotaped all of this,
It's
Steve-O.
all videotaped. Is it upsetting that like Jeremiah's kind of turning me on right now? I'm sorry, dude, but you got a nice ass.
Let's not discount Brad Williams.
Steve-O, your name is on the marquee, and it is impossible for me to walk in front of the Comedy Store with your name on the marquee without everyone thinking I'm fucking Wee Man.
Right.
Okay, like,
I'm fucking him.
yeah. Some people were very disappointed. They're like, "Oh my God, Wee Man's here." I'm like, "No, I'm not him." They're like, "Fuck you!" Like they literally said, "Fuck you!" Like, no, you're him. Like there can't be a midget and Steve-O in the same building and have it not be Wee Man.
Now, when you first sort of misstarted, it sounded like you had a joke, but then you didn't tell it, and then each time you started, kind of it sounded like you had a joke, but you never told a joke.
Dude, I just shit my pants that I even got up here, dude.
Well, hey man, I'm proud of you. I can tell that it was tough. You ever inject anything into your veins, Mike?
When you say you did crazy
volume.
Yeah,
what's the craziest drug that you ever did?
Probably smoked heroin and smoked meth. That was probably the craziest.
Probably smoked heroin, smoked meth?
No. You can smoke heroin, Steve?
You can smoke heroin.
I looked at you for the answer. You can smoke heroin, Steve?
Indeed, yeah.
Steve-O's done a snow angel in heroin before.
No, dude, I was a pill.
How long have you been sober?
2 years now.
2 years. Wow. All right. Yeah.
And I was gonna
And
say.
that's no drink. Are you drinking alcohol?
Yeah, I drink and smoke.
Okay, so you're not sober at all.
Staying off the fucking pills.
All right, just a matter of time.
Right, Michael. Anything else you want to say? You're up here with one of your heroes, Steve-O.
Dude, congratulations on sobriety, bro.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it, dude. And I respect the balls it took for you to get up here, man. You know, like I think that.
Dude, that shit's fucking scary as shit.
The more you do it, maybe you'll get a joke out. When you said that you're having sex with one guy in L.A., you went over and gave this guy a high five. Are you really having sex with that guy right there?
No.
Oh, no?
Just trying to connect with the crowd.
That's always good.
Or
When there's a room of 300 people, just high five the person in the front row. Then they're all immediately connected to you.
Especially the creepy guy that looks like he's alone.
Is it true that you're having sex with one guy?
Yeah, one. I'm monogamous. He's not.
There you go.
So the guy tells you that he's in an open relationship, but you really like him. Do you think that part of you liking him is sort of that like raw rock and roll thing that he is?
Oh yeah, most likely.
Or maybe it's something to do with her dad.
Probably.
I mean, I don't know. Is that bad? Is that wrong?
This just got serious.
I don't know.
He kind of reminds me of my dad because he like takes me out. He's good to me. He buys me
And
stuff
fucks
I
other
want.
women?
Well,
Yeah. See, there's...
I only see him like every other weekend too. That's pretty good.
I say
Is he older?
get rid of that guy. Get rid of that guy and find a good guy. Yeah. Now, when did you come out as gay?
To family or friends?
I don't know. You tell us. Which one is first?
Friends, I was 21. Family, maybe 25. 26.
You just came out. You brand
I
new
mean,
gay.
I'm 30. Well, yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And I imagine that's not easy. You know, when you're in the hood in Tampa, it's kind of like you know.
Not at all.
Do you know what felching is?
Steve, what the fuck is felching?
Felching, it's like when
Felching?
Felching. It's when you suck cum out of the hole.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, that's.
It would
For
be your
example,
own-
that would be the gayest thing you ever did if you've done it.
It was on an. It was on
Steve-O answered the question for you.
It was a deleted scene from the Jackass movie.
I was like, nah, I ain't doing it.
Oh, bam.
I mean,
I'm Steve-O and I'm about to suck this guy's dick. That actually happened one time. But to be more clear, I said, I'm Steve-O and this is dick kissing.
Talk about wild boys. My goodness.
Talk about Dick House.
Deep cut.
I know my references.
Whose dick was it, Steve-O?
Chris Pontius. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Solid
planted a kiss right on the head of the Warhammer.
What did you do?
I just make a lot of bad decisions, okay?
I mean,
you know?
You make
like that snail tattoo on your arm?
With fucking fire on it? Yeah, man, it's fucking awesome.
It's a snail.
Fire snail?
You know what? I'm
Steve-O,
gonna get
you're
a
not allowed to
tattoo
call
of a
anyone's
tow truck on
tattoo
myself.
stupid.
Touche. Have you ever smoked crack?
Yes.
It kind of did, like in the last hour or two?
No, Steve-O. That was weed.
But how recently did you smoke crack?
Like 6 months ago.
What part of the parking lot? A spot?
Yeah.
Like a parking
I
spot.
was in a parking spot.
At what point did you find out that it was not meth?
About 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah?
It took a while, actually. I was like, oh, fuck. This is not what I expected.
Did you find crack to be delicious?
Yeah, I wondered why the meth was delicious.
Right.
You know?
Tasty stuff.
Crack tastes good. Is that true, Steve-O?
Well, I've always known it to be pretty delicious.
Damn,
No,
not
but
even
isn't
good.
isn't
Straight to
crack only good
delicious.
the first time?
What?
Isn't crack only good the first time, and then every time after that is just chasing that first crack high?
I think so. I think they
What
call it.
says you?
I think they call that chasing the dragon.
That's more of a heroin thing, but
Yeah. Anything else for Jeffrey, Steve-O, before we get out of here?
Have you ever peed into your own mouth?
There he goes, Jeffrey Allen, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. Episode 200 and something of Kill Tony, live from the main room.
Shout out to Kill Tony. Look at this room. It's fucking packed.
Look at the way you're built. You are completely back to that shitty shape you were in.
What was the go-to pound fucking packer?
It was Butterfingers. You were putting Butterfingers on a lot.
Tamales, Butterfingers, a lot of ice cream right before sleep. A lot of ice cream right before sleep. I melted ice cream and I drank it for breakfast a few days in a row.
Is fatophobe a word? Because you're really fatophobic, huh?
I like
really
having sex
angry.
with larger women.
Sounded, yeah, but then you just kept going after it. Like you're really angry at heavy people.
Is this really true? Do you really like hooking up with larger women?
Yeah, I enjoyed it every time I've done it.
Yeah.
How often have you done it?
Less than 10 times.
Less than 10 times.
How fat are we saying? Are we saying like just a little chubby or like gordo?
Like
Two-
kind
two
of
or-
fat or Jeremiah fat? I had the government test drugs on me for money. There's a lot more money in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got like $2,000 in a couple weeks.
What was the drug?
It was called racdopamine hydrochloride, and it didn't make it. It's not legal. and they were trying to make it legal so they could give it to pigs and cows. It would make the pigs and cows have more muscle and less fat.
Then why did you take it for?
Well, because if something's going to enter the human body, they have to like determine how much the human body can withstand of that shit. So yeah.
And did you sign up for that, or did they come looking for you?
The more dangerous the study, the more money there is. So you want to go big.
Are you strapped for cash? I had no idea.
Well, no, this was it was January 1994.
She texted me, "You broke my heart with your cum dripping out of me."
Wow. Wow.
She sounds like a
family's gonna
Harvard
listen to
writer.
this.
She sounds like a lit major from
With
Harvard.
your cum dripping out of her.
Cum does not hold
You
together
came
a broken
inside
heart.
of her while leaving outside of her? That's incredible. You blew a load inside of her?
Sounds like you tried to shoot an apple off
couple
her
hours
heart.
Before. It was
Just-
like it was a couple hours before.
There's the answer to your question about his weird behavior.
Yeah, take this load, you fucking bitch. Yeah, you feel that dripping out of you? That's the last you'll ever know of me.
It's a cream pie.
Where do you live on?
Cream pie.
Where do you live? You live in Cape Cod?
Yeah.
A cream pie! You broke my heart, and my thigh's all wet. I have your fucking nerd jizz flowing out of me.
You said you met your wife went into the Navy after you got out.
Yeah. She always wanted to join the Navy. Well, when we were stationed up in Washington, she wanted to join, but I was always deployed. So like it didn't work out. So when I told her I was going to get out the Navy, she's like, "Oh, I want to join." I was like, "All right, cool."
So that was after you got married?
No, this is while we were married.
She just said, "How could I be
you know
away
what?
from you for 4 years?"
I'm so confused
I
right
feel
now.
like their marriage is going about as well as his stand-up.
This is all the timeline's very confusing.
I feel like Steve-O is the weirdest detective I've ever seen. He's like,
Wait a second. Hold on. She went in the Navy after you?
I haven't been with really any other guy seriously, so I have no reference.
Wow.
Don't you normally talk about having sex with a lot of guys?
Yeah, I've tried to stay away from that, but that is a lot of my life experience, being that I'm young and don't have much life experience.
Right. I wanted to hear more crystal meth jokes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it was like, you were like, oh, cool, you know, when it was like the crystals, and then I trust people who do crystal. That was such great. And then it was all about the crystals, and I wanted more drugs.
Yeah.
You've been doing yoga for a long time now.
4 years now.
4 years? And when's the last time you had a drink?
4 years ago.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
I love it.
Good, too, man.
Yeah. Thank you. You look good, too.
Thank you, bro.
Wish we could say the same about Jeremiah.
You know, Wee Man fucking kicked ass.
Yeah, he did.
Great.
That's a great
It's hard to
story.
do.
Yeah, I was just thinking to myself, because for all the stuff we've been through over the years, there's just so many stories that are just utterly, like, phenomenal. And he came up here and told this great story about yoga class. Yeah. And he fucking did it with confidence, and he did it great, and, like, fucking love Wee Man. I mean, I just love everything.
So do I. Wee Man, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Acuna. I am Wee Man on Instagram.
I like to call him Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah. His name's Jason. Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm gonna call him Jason too.
Yeah.
I like Jason.
Yeah. You know, Jason speaks German.
Is that true?
100% fucking fluent German.
Is that true? That's whoa.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wee Man's
Holy
Mexican?
shit.
Jason's Mexican?
He's back.
Him.
I love
Hey,
it.
everybody.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here with my girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to get some zipper cooter tonight.
Yeah. Slip into that zip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's so funny. She just sat there and she said, did he say zipper cooter?
Yeah. It's the smartest way to hire. Welcome back, Steve-O. I'm so pumped that you're here.
Well, thanks, man.
You are a full-time stand-up comedian now.
That's right.
You still do some stunts here and there.
Oh
every
my
once in a
God,
while.
dude! Do I do?
He just showed me something that he just did. That was the most craziest shit I ever seen. And that's a part of your stand-up act now.
Well,
isn't
you
it?
see, like my worlds have merged. You know, like I started doing just stand-up, and then I started doing stand-up where I would edit the footage in after the fact. And now I put together a whole routine of what I call my bucket list. These elusive, like outrageous, dangerous, illegal stunts that were just too gnarly to ever happen. Now I have a whole act that sort of takes you through the list, and after each bit, I screen it in the venue. So it's a multimedia fucking world tour. Wow. It's Steve-O's bucket list tour. What I just showed him was the footage of me butt naked in an airplane with a tandem skydive instructor strapped to my back, and I was jacking off and straight up blew a load on my way out of the airplane.
Wow.
I call it skyjacking.
I love that.
Yeah. That's where the bar is at these days.
Holy shit.
And I saw the uncensored version. When you play that live,
there is no censored version. You can't censor skyjacking, pal.
Well, another fun. Where can people get tickets? Steve-O.com?
Steve-O.com. That's
Easy
right.
breezy.
Congratulations. I think that's the mark of success when a podcast starts broadcasting from various venues around the world.
Yeah, we're going to London and Manchester and Ireland.
Oh, well, tickle my pickle. I can't believe it.
Steve-O's about to leave, I do believe. He's just decided to leave right now. He thought that was it. The band comes out, and that's the end of the podcast.
No, I was just checking out the technical equipment that Red Man.
One of the cool things that I've noticed about you is that you're always interested in that stuff, and you know how to edit actual things.
Yeah,
and
when we went to your house, you were like just in the Final Cut Pro, just doing all the shit. Premiere.
But the thing is, I just
Whoa.
Yeah.
I just ordered a camper van, and my intention is to have a camper van that operates as a traveling podcast studio. Yeah. And I'm intrigued
Jesus. Jonathan, what the fuck?
We went from Jackass to Jackhammers. All right.
Whoa, all right, Joelberg.
I think we can all say, build that firewall, you know what I'm saying?
That's a great idea, man. Having like a traveling like podcast
Right.
studio, yeah.
Right. I mean, I think it's fucking great, man.
We'll
and that looks like small, like space.
Yeah, I take this all on the road on a carry-on.
Yeah, that looks like fucking really tiny shit. But in any case, let's get it going. So, what's your name again?
Kevin.
Kevin. Okay, Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin, I want you to act normal now. I'm trying to figure out like if something's wrong with you or if this is how you are.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're hilarious, but should I feel bad for you, or is this just like your shtick?
What do you think would be better for my stand-up?
I would say this. I would
acting normal.
say that.
Acting normal.
There's something wrong with me then.
Okay.
I feel like you have a gigantic bush.
And really long balls, like
I
Ari
took care
Shafir
of that.
balls. Oh, no.
Wait, what's happening? Oh,
took care of
clean
that last
shaven.
night.
Wow,
Yeah,
look at
thank you.
that. God damn.
Yeah, you
Did he-
should have seen what I was packing. It was a real afro. I see that. I mean, this room has just exploded. I mean, it's fucking filled main room.
Yeah.
I mean, the rate of ascension. I mean, the meteoric rise of this show, the way that it's blowing up. You're traveling the fucking world now. Is that? Does that mean that the level of performances we're seeing are getting better and
No.
better?
No.
Don't let Kevin Klatman confuse you.
Yeah.
Jacob
Now,
Calley.
I want to maybe pull the curtain a little bit. I'm familiar with this guy.
Oh.
Going way, way back, right? Like,
Is he the guy that was strapped to your back while you came while jumping out of an airplane?
no, but hopefully this isn't wrong to say, but many, many years ago when I was even just kind of first becoming known, this guy emerged as a real sort of jackass, one of the kids that didn't listen to the warning, you know?
Oh,
so
really?
he had his own little stunt deal.
What the hell?
Oh yeah, what the hell? The stunt crew.
You can still buy it in skate shops in Houston.
That's great. And now recently, and I was both shocked, appalled, even kind of offended by this. Like, I don't know. I went out to South Africa to take on trophy hunters and poachers, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm a big time animal rights activist.
Yeah.
Right. So we teamed up with this animal rights organization and cops to go arrest turtle poachers. Right? The cops found out that Steve-O was involved and they backed out of the sting. The animal rights people kept the sting on. So when we actually went on the sting, it was up to me and my bumbling camera crew to arrest poachers in Africa with our bare hands, which is one of the most hilarious things I've ever been involved in. But I heard from Jacob here, and he said, hey, man, I want you to be a part of this documentary I'm working on. I'm hanging out with poachers. And he's got like a picture of him buddied up with a guy holding a rhino horn that was like cut off. And I was like what the fuck was that? And am I mistaken that was you?
Yeah, so in 2015, I started a... No, I'm making a movie.
It's an odd way to take on poachers, to be like, yeah, hey, bro, nice, like...
So I go undercover. I do literally live with poachers. I sleep in their homes, and I find it's a unique way of finding out why they're doing what they're doing.
And I'll say this, and I hope you haven't felt attacked about it. I was confused. I just thought, what the fuck is this? And I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, and I just hope that your animal rights activism is better than your stand-up.
Jacob, is that the first time?
I mean, if we're still on the subject, like you're gathering evidence against these guys, and when are you gonna? When's the big sting? When are they going down?
I leave back to South Africa on the 10th of February, and
hopefully they're not big fans of Kill Tony.
I hope not.
Oh God.
I mean, dude, this photo of he's just like, yeah, with this bro, and it took me a while to figure out what the fuck they were holding, and then I was like, holy shit, that's a fucking rhino
that
horn. And
pisses
I
me
was
off.
just like, I had this just like, you know, like it was just all of this emotion, and so I'm glad that I got to bring it up, and you know, hopefully good things are coming as a result of that undercover operation.
Where were you when you did Miller Time, where they poured that? That was India, right?
That was in India, correct.
God,
yeah.
that's my favorite
And that
thing
guy was
ever.
in the news. This was the Guinness World Record guy with the longest fingernails.
Yeah.
Almost like the poster boy of the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah.
And recently he cut off his fingernails.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
One of my stunts for Jackass was they poured Miller High Life down his fingernails and into my mouth.
It's my favorite stunt ever. You
Like a
have
Matchbox car.
You have to look that up. It's that's Jackass. What is that? 2.5 or something?
2.5.
Something like that, yeah.
So you talked about what you've done. Well, you know what? I'm going to force an answer out of this one. All three of us have asked it. I'm going to force an answer. Where was this comedy competition for $10,000? What was
It was
this?
at the skate shop in Houston. What do you do for a living?
I'm a retail manager for Chic Shoes.
For
Chic
Shoes.
Yeah, SHIEKH.
Huh.
What do you say?
They're shoes, right?
Yeah, shoe store, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So what kind of shoes are those?
These are Kobe ADs next.
All right.
How about that?
Try to sell us those shoes.
Try to sell you these shoes?
Yeah.
Those fucking
I don't do
things
that at
sell
work.
themselves, pal. Look at them.
All right. Well, there you go. It's another fun episode of Married with Children. We'll be right back.
I'm so fucking pissed, man. I think that whole section of the show just sucked all the funny out of everything.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, you know, a little interesting thing there is it always goes back to the backbone of this show is that honesty is always funny, and like I think we could sort of. I think
We could all be honest that wasn't funny.
Yes, it didn't.
So we're all like out there like, what should we say? We do like pottery or fucking skydiving or something. Like everybody just does comedy. Like it's 9 o'clock on a Monday
Pottery
night.
and skydiving is actually one of Steve-O's next stunts. He's going to come while making pottery and skydiving. He's trying to aim higher. You know what I mean? You know.
I like really aggressively think that video games are awful. You know, like I always said, if I had kids, I would rather that my kids smoke pot than play video games. You know, like because it's just I think video games are everything that's wrong with our society. Really, you know.
Right.
Like
Now, did this come to you when you were coming, jumping out of an airplane?
Right. But dude, so
Steve-O, did you not have like a Nintendo back in the day?
I had a Nintendo back in the day. When
Hold
I was
on, we
a
got to
kid,
go to
yeah.
Baloney P for just a second.
Okay, little Taylor. All right. you can't play video games, but you can swim with sharks with Daddy. Okay. Right. So I was on an airplane. And I'm going through their little like on-demand selection of movies, and I came upon a documentary. It said, "Video games, are they really that bad, or are they addictive?" And I was fascinated, and they said that science has proven that there is no link whatsoever to video game violence and real-world violence. Right? There's actually no link there. But there's a distinct link between playing a lot of video games and being a complete fucking loser.
I actually came out here to talk to Steve-O because I actually have a major question for you, and it's
Fire away, dude. This is the time.
This is the motherfucking time. So not
I
only
believe we all know the question. It's, can you help him?
No, but
ask the question, dude, because I gotta go.
All right. So before we wrap this up, we will be trying out for America's Got Talent, and we wanted to know if would like to be a part of it.
Oh God.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck this
Yeah,
shit. I ain't going up
Steve.
there with this kid.
Yes.
Can I? I'm Steve-O, and that's a big no.
You didn't have to become a good or great stand-up comedian. You could have sold tickets forever chilling, and it makes me really happy that you respect the art form so much that you actually work hard at it and are a genuinely funny person.
And I love watching your shows, man. You have a really unique show, and I can't wait to see these new ones.
Oh, dude, I appreciate you so much, man, and thank you. What can I say, dude?
How about you make a noise?
your meteoric rise is legitimately inspiring to me. To see this room so filled, to see you on Twitter, like going to all these places, to hear that you're going international with it. Fucking A round of applause.
Well, we
for Mr.
inspire
Tony
each other.
Tony
One more time for Steve-O, everybody.